I want to document some things I've come across that are problems here in Louisiana. Unemployment. I worked for a union company, IBEW, and we were building the New Orleans VA hospital that's on Canal Street. And honestly, under our contract agreement, we were supposed to be making prevailing wage. I worked for Hewing, and at that point is whenever I found out that I had spondylolisthesis. Basically, it's a misalignment of the spine, and I took the OSHA 30 class in order to be a foreman. But I'm considered a traveler because my local is in California, which we make $52 an hour, and Louisiana makes $29 an hour. So I figure that, me being subjected to discrimination through a union company, through a union local, I never expected that. So eventually what I did was, it's about a month later after I found out my diagnosis, I moved to work with this union guy that was paying me prevailing wage. And after a while, like a month later, he lost the contract. So I filed for my unemployment. So what I did was, under the premise that, I gave them notice and I left for a higher wage, left for a higher position because I was project manager with the ex union guy that I was working for. And basically what happened is the unemployment mailed me out something about a hearing. I never received the letter. Whenever I called in and voiced my complaint, I found out that this is a complaint that many Louisiana citizens have. And whenever I went before the judge, he said there's a premise of presumption, that if they mail something out, that it got to me. All right, all right. There's a problem with that, first and foremost. All right, it's not certified mail. I've asked them email. You have my email address and everything, which will tell you confirm receipts and so forth. They use some modern technology, to alleviate problems. The other issue I faced is whenever I went before the judge, Hewing never had a representative. Hewing is a Chicago-based company, and they have several, unemployments that they were paying out, multiple, because they were actually violating union rules, which states that we have a process. It's like you get a verbal warning, a written warning, and then on the third, it's like you get terminated, so forth. They weren't even abiding by those guidelines. So there's several cases that they were paying out unemployment. So they didn't even have a representative, at this hearing. But the judge ruled in their favor. All right, first off, you have a Chicago-based company that is robbing Louisiana citizens of the proper wages, prevailing wages, right? Secondly, you have a company, a Chicago-based company, that, they're paying all their money, their taxes and everything in Chicago. Whereas here, I'm going up for unemployment. All my money and resources will contribute to the infrastructure of the Louisiana economy. But yet and still, I can't really understand why this judge ruled against me without this company even having a representative present at the hearing. How could I lose? Only in Louisiana, dude. So it's kind of like, we're cutting our own noses to spite our own faces. It's not me doing it, but I'm just saying the act of, a lot of this stuff that I consider is old Jim Crow, old prejudice, racism, and stuff like that carry over. That's unproductive. It's not benefiting our state at all. And being that Louisiana indoctrinated Plessy versus Ferguson, separate but equal, we've only been like 50 years removed from Jim Crow law. So there's still a lot of stuff at play. Yeah, we just had Walter Reed. He could go into jail. the St. Tammany DA, corruption, and then they had like St. Tammany, well, actually Tangipahoa Police Department get raided by the FBI, and all right, NOPD is currently under federal for violation of civil rights. It's like all kind of atrocities that our government is allowing and condoning and not really standing up for its citizens. It's horrible, being a person that served his country, paid his taxes, upstanding citizen all the way around, and I go to get what's entitled to me. I earn that unemployment. I worked for that. And to be denied, my kids were denied the help of my family or whatever, what I could have offered to my family, just a little bit of help or whatever, denied. For why? Because this judge, one, it says say that I received a letter, and number two, want to defend an out-of-state company that is raping Louisiana citizens. It don't make no sense, at all. Not justice, more or less. The judicial system is supposed to be about justice, fairness, but it's not here. America needs to work on that, period. Big time. Louisiana, problems.